so much. I'm so excited to be sharing more makeup videos with you. Maybe that is why a few of these products are making a comeback. Good morning everyone, I hope you're doing well. I thought that today we could get ready together. I could show you my day-to-day winter makeup routine. I did this back in autumn and I thought it'd be really fun to just see how my taste changes over the months. It's a very gloomy day today. My plans for the day, to put some perspective into how I'm doing my makeup: I'm going for brunch, I'm going out for dinner for my mum's birthday, and then we're doing a games night. So I am going to do my normal everyday makeup routine, but maybe just a tiny bit more coverage. But I'll talk you through what I do every day, and what I'm going to just add on a little bit for today. So yeah, I've got a lovely day ahead and let's get ready for it. I have my trusty makeup bag here, so this is where I fit all my makeup and brushes into when I'm staying at Harry's house. So everything that I use daily should be in here. I've prepped my skin with the Rhode Glazing Fluid, Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream, and then my E45 Facial SPF. Time to empty this all out. This is the one thing I hate about makeup bags, especially one like this shape. You can't see what's in there. You need to take everything out to find your one product. Just tuck my hair behind my ears. So to start with, I love using MAC strobe cream under my base because I feel like I need all the help I can get with getting glowing skin in the winter months. So I just use a tiny drop like this, and then I will just rub it and put it on the high points of my face and where it doesn't naturally get greasy. So the top of my cheekbones, my forehead, down my nose, a little bit on my brow bone, and then any rest I'll just rub on my collarbones. I just feel like even on a no makeup day, this just really helps to make your skin look extra healthy, and I love this product. I've used it for years and years and years, and it is a staple in my routine for a reason. On a normal day to day, I would use this on my skin, the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion, just to give everything else something to stick to. I feel like if I just go in with concealer, bronzer and blush, then it doesn't stay as long as if I have a skin tint or something underneath. So this is what I would normally go for. In fact, this is what I think I'm going to use today, but if I wanted to fill the coverage, then my favourite is still the NARS Sheer Glow. So I'm going to just put a bit on my cheeks, like so, and then I use a brush like this, a bit of a fluffier brush, to just work it in. Again, this is really glowy, so I don't focus it on my T-zone. Last winter I was really feeling the full coverage. This winter I'm still liking more of a glam than I do in the summer, but maybe just tone down a little bit. Next up is a cult favourite collection, Lasting Perfection. You can't go wrong with it. It is a classic for a reason, and it's so affordable. I am in the market for one that sits slightly less heavy on the skin though, so let me know what your favourite concealer is and I will try it out. I'm considering trying the Kosas concealer and then trying the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer again. So I tend to put most of my product here because that is where I like to brighten and get the most redness. A little bit on my chin and then my inner corners, and then I will just spot conceal slightly. I have a lot of blemish areas. If I tried to cover it all up, I'd have a full face of concealer, so I have to choose my battles. Don't get me wrong, my skin is definitely looking better than it has for a long time, to be honest. Going with my sponge, which is completely stained with blush by the way. is there a way to ever get this out, or do you just have to like accept defeat and buy a new sponge? I like this one compared to the normal one. This one's really, really spongy. Blending that in. I recently got a lash lift for the first time and I am really enjoying it. I am liking how it feels. I'm liking not having to put mascara on, and I'm liking the fact that I look like I actually have eyelashes, which is a rarity for me. So that is with just the concealer. So I definitely am not trying to cover everything up because I just still want my natural skin to show through. By the way, for colour reference, in the collection concealer I was using number 5 there. Next up, my bronzer. I am still liking the Rare Beauty bronzing stick. However, I do feel like I need to find a cooler toned bronzer when my skin is so fair in the winter. So I am thinking of trying the Patrick Tar, but I do love the formula of the Rare Beauty ones. So now I just work with quite a small amount of product on my brush to try and make myself look slightly less transparent. So for cream blush, my favourite for winter is the Patrick Tar Just Enough Blush Duo. So let me just show you what we're working with. You can see how much I have loved this cream blush, and I love the powder, but I just go through a lot more cream than powder. So what I have been using as, well, I found this as a dupe. And I say dupe, it's not any more affordable really, but this MAC Totally Synced Glow Play Cushion Blush is a very similar shade. I really like an icy blue tone pink blush through winter, so I've been using this because I can't buy a whole new Patrick Tar when I have so much of the powder left. So I have been using this. This is definitely less pigmented than the Patrick Tar. I have to really work it up, but it is a beautiful colour. I would say this winter is the winter that I have majorly fell victim to blush blindness, but I'm not mad about it. I enjoy it. So take this with a pinch of salt maybe if this isn't for you. And blush on the nose to look like I've been out in the cold, which I have because it is cold every single day at the minute. The sky is literally grey and there's very little visibility of how foggy it is, to kind of summarise the British wintertime. A new product in my routine that I'm very late on the bandwagon with is the Huda powder in Cherry Blossom. I have been loving this. I got a mini size to try it out and I get it. I really like the tone because with my skin tone I struggle, to be honest, for things to not look too yellow or too pink. I think I'm very neutral olive, so yeah, it's sometimes quite tricky to find things that don't turn orange on me. But I'm going to just put some in the lid and then I just dip into this with my powder puff. Dust some off on the back of my hand. I'm sure you all know this. This is not a makeup tutorial. This is me showing you what products I am liking at the minute. Okay, powder is on, so then I switch onto my powder face products. So I seem to have just found love for a lot of my older products at the minute. For powder bronzer, I have been loving MAC Give Me Sun. I found it in the back of my drawer and it seems to be a really good bronzer to match the tone of the Rare Beauty bronzing stick. So I've been just using this very lightly because if you're any fairer than me, do not buy this bronzer. It definitely is warm and I think it would not really look that amazing on a fairer skin tone. So I've been using a tiny bit because I am borderline. And then for powder blush, I'm using just enough by the Patrick Tar Duo. And then I'm going to top that off with a new product in my collection. So this is the NYX Buttermelt Highlighters in New Butter Work. And I also have the the blush version, which is also beautiful. So just very sparingly. But like I mentioned, I'm liking glow and just kind of the Sabrina Carpenter cheek. That is good enough for me. And then I always set when I'm using powder products because otherwise I feel like my face is very uncomfortable. I have tried so many setting sprays and I truly don't think there is a better one than the Urban Decay All Nighter. I even have a spare ready to go sat next to me. So this is how the base is looking at this point. I feel quite happy with it. I think it looks natural, glowy. That's what we wanted from the day. So next up I will do my brows. I've just been using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette. So I've been trying to tint my brows once a week and they are reaching their fading point. I just used to tint my eyebrows the Isla Dark Brown, and I would really recommend because it doesn't last that long. Like I said, I do it probably every week when I'm looking after myself, but it makes me feel 10 times better when they are just done. So I'm just doing lines. I'm not going to pretend like I'm any good at describing this, but I've been going for a bit of a straighter brow and a bit more of a natural brow at the minute. So I've not been doing my line underneath, I've just been drawing hairs. I just consistently as I go try and blend it out and just reevaluate. Does anyone else have a bold patch? Mine is on the arch on my left brow. I know that my dad also does, so thank you for that gene of brow bold patches. Now my brows are very unsymmetrical, my face is very unsymmetrical, so I reach a point where I have to just say like, that'll do. And I think we're probably at that phase, so I will leave that there and we can always reevaluate afterwards. But this product is a game changer, and if you also have very stubborn eyebrows like me that will never stay in place, the Got To Be glue is a game changer. Before this I'd actually been using the hairspray version of this on a spoolie and getting it to stick down, but this is much more convenient than carrying a bottle of hairspray around with you when you are going to do your makeup. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. If you don't like a crispy brow, you won't like this, but if you are struggling to find something to keep your brows in place all day, then you really should give this a go. And I like to brush all my brows upwards like this just to make them look a bit fuller. So it's very nice that I don't have to do mascara at the minute, but I do just like to put a shadow through my crease. So I will use, I'm going to just use my Makeup by Mario palette, and I'm going to use this shade here and just pop a little bit of that in my crease. I could also just use the bronzer that I had, but I have this set next to me and I'm very much enjoying this palette, so I might as well get use out of it. Yeah, I'm sure as my lashes drop over the coming weeks, I'll get back into mascara, and my mascara that I use is Lash Sensational. And then I think we're on to lips. This is going very quickly. So, my favourite lip liner is the Makeup Forever Endless Cacao. Another lip liner that has come into my rotation recently is MAC Plum. So these are my current favourites. Just to show you what I'm actually using most of the time, I'll use the Makeup Forever. So I'm an overdrawer, sue me. So much better. I just love a dark lip liner and a lighter lipstick. That is just my ultimate favourite combo. I'm not sure I will ever get sick of it. So my favourite lipstick is always the same. It's always MAC Cream Cup, but some days I will just not put lipstick on. I'll just use a gloss. For today, I think I'm going to use both. I just love it. Something else that I also do is just take my cream blush, get a bit on your finger, and just tap that, and it'll make your makeup look more cohesive and just flow better. And then I just go back and forth with the lipstick and the lip liner until I am happy. So I am happy with that lipstick. And then for glosses, again, I used this in my makeup video last winter. So this is the Tarte Lip Vinyl in Sheer Petal, and these are so slept on. They are so good. And then if I was going a bit dressier, I really like the Kiko lip gloss in 31, I think it is. It's rubbed off. But for today, well, for now, I will use the lip vinyl. I love it. Love it so much. And then last thing, I almost forgot, I like to go over some of my moles with just my brow pencil. I feel like this just makes your skin look more skin-like. I tend to pick the same few every day, but I have quite a lot of little freckles and stuff on my face that I have choice. So yeah, I tend to just go for them three. But yeah, this is my day-to-day winter makeup routine for 2025-26, and I have been loving it. So last year I was going for more of a deeper lip, deeper eye. This year I'm going for more of a frosty, icy pink look, and I'm really liking it. I am absolutely loving all the creativity coming back and all the 2016 posts that I'm seeing on my social media. Maybe that is why a few of these products are making a comeback, just because I'm seeing them all over my feed, but I am so here for it. I was 16 in 2016. It was when I first was loving makeup. It's when I first got into like MAC. So I'm just adoring it. I love makeup. I find makeup so fun. I'm definitely not the best at it, but I enjoy it. I actually have another makeup related video coming your way, so if you liked my MAC lipstick collection, hopefully you will like the coming up video. But I'm so excited to be sharing more makeup videos with you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed. Let me know what products are your favourite at the minute, because I'm always in the mood to do some makeup shopping. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!